Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello, Jeril.
Good morning, Shiva. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Right. So I suppose we'd wait for another minute or so and then quickly get started.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Okay, sir. I will just check the browser, sir. 1 minute, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. 1 minute, sir.
Sharda, I think you can introduce yourself.
Sure. So hello, everyone. Very good morning. My name is Sharda Iyer, and I am an associate director with CareerTiQ for close to 8 months now. I take care of their online business and also, take care of the business with institutes. I deal with certification programs at their end. And I am closely associated with Giri for almost 4 5 years now. And that's how I am a part of CareerTiQ now.
Thank you.
So let's quickly get started then. Good morning, one and all.
Good morning. Good morning, Shiva. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Giridhar.
Good morning,
Good
Giri.
morning. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for joining. I have to travel for a sudden emergency, so that's why I'm attending on my go. Okay, so thank you so much once again, and look forward to hearing your insightful session. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Giridhar, for the opportunity. Yeah, please do so. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
Good morning, one and all. A warm welcome to all of you for today's session. Firstly, hearty welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Sivakumar Subramanian, Global Delivery Lead for Threat Detection and Response Services, Accenture, who will be sharing his expertise and insights to students with invaluable knowledge and real-world perspectives. I'm very delightful to welcome the faculty members and students who have joined today's session. Very happy to welcome our MD and CEO, Mr. C. Giridharan, who has been a constant inspiration and motivation for all of us here. Welcoming all my colleagues who have offered their support for this webinar today. Now, I would like to quickly take a minute to introduce our MD and CEO, Mr. Giridharan, CareerTiQ. Dr. C. Giridharan is a corporate leader in the edtech industry with almost 3 decades of experience and having a proven track record in strategic planning, partnership and alliances, business development and technology-based learning. As a passionate coach, he boasts an extensive network in leading educational institutes and industry. He has successfully led industry-driven skilling programs for youth in collaboration with global organizations and top institutions. He bootstrapped CareerTiQ in 2020, an edtech venture to provide transformative skilling, upskilling and reskilling programs for youth to achieve their dream careers in top-notch MNCs. Giri, welcome on board. Over to you now.
All right. So it's always great to see students and also a leader from the industry. Okay. The ultimate goal of CareerTiQ is bridging the gap between industry and academia. I mean, today I'm very happy to have Mr. Sivakumar, who is a leader from Accenture Security. None other than Sivakumar can give great insights about his career, his brought up, and the technophile mindset, how one should have, and also the do's and don'ts in cybersecurity learning. In fact, because learning to learn is an art. So he has learned in a very, very great way throughout his career, and he has reached a top-notch level there. And as a continued partner organizations, we will be exciting all the students of our partner with leaders like Sivakumar in through this CyberNXT masterclass webinar series. Definitely more than a classroom learning, more than anything else, learning a leader's life, learning technology through the leaders, which would be definitely very, very helpful for students. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I welcome all the people from corporates, all college leaders, faculty members, head of the departments, as well as my dear students and also colleagues from Talent Sprint. I'll not take much of your time. Over to Shiva. Thank you.
Thank you, Giri. Thank you for quickly setting the context for the session. Now, I am very thrilled to introduce our guest for today's session, Mr. Sivakumar Subramanian, Global Delivery Lead for Threat Detection and Response Services at Accenture. With over 25 years of experience in the corporate world, Shiva has played various roles, served numerous clients, and built profitable business with high performance teams. He is responsible for delivering top tier services across 22 delivery centers, serving almost 800 plus clients across multiple industries. Known for his servant leadership style, he excels in continuous learning, client engagement, and mentoring and coaching teams. Shiva is a member of studies at several renowned universities where he contributes to crafting cybersecurity programs and curriculums. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, Mr. Shiva, for being a part of today's session, sir. And now you may address our audience.
All right. Hello, hello everyone. I hope you all can hear and see me as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So good morning again, and I must extend my thanks to Sharada for the great introduction. And also thanks to Giridharan for giving me this opportunity and the CareerTiQ organization for having me here, where I can spend the next 1 hour sharing my experiences with you all. Right? It is my pleasure to be here this morning, and I think the next 60 minutes is going to be a bit of a storytelling. I usually don't prepare a lot of presentations and things like that. That's my style actually. In fact, many of the in fact in the corporate world, it is very hard to see people like them, because they typically come with a lot of presentations and go over slide by slide and then do that. But I can tell you guys from my experience, most of the very successful client meetings I've navigated without actually a PowerPoint presentation deck. It's about going to the whiteboard and drawing what's the situation today and what we plan to do for the client and how we add value to them, right? So that's the and actually, you know what? In fact, I would put it this way: it's not possible for everybody to do like that. It is not possible, right? So, however, since all of you have taken out your time to attend this session, and I thank you everyone for really taking out this time and attending the session, and looking forward to some of the advice that I can provide from the career perspective, from the industry that I serve, and so on, so that you are all actually being basically the better informed, right? See, I must tell you, as students, our destination is not the same, so the journey need not be the same as well. Okay, so that's something that we need to keep in mind, because I was a student as well, and I am still a student as well. And my gratitude to all the teachers and head of the departments over here. I am here because of all of you, sir. Okay. It's because of all of you and all the teaching, the education, and I'm still in touch with some of my teachers as well, right? For their continued, actually the guidance and support. Okay, so with that, let me just quickly start it off. I have very simple slides. See, because it's a virtual session, so I wasn't able to do the whiteboarding session that I do client visits. Of course, there is a Q&A as well after this. Obviously, I would like to have a dialogue rather than a monologue presentation. So I will try to actually restrict the time for that. So I'm just looking at my watch just to make sure that what I'm starting. So I think we are on time now. So let me start it off, right? So the overall objective here is to provide you a topic which is going to be helpful for you in order for you to catalyze your security career. Right? I know that all of you have tied up with the actually with the CareerTiQ organization, and you are all looking to kind of go into the corporate world or do something on your own, but in the security space, because we're talking about that, right? So again, a small disclaimer here. So the views that I share here are personal, and the organization that I work for not necessarily reviewed and approved the point of views or the content presented here, or nor any recommendations being made. Okay, these are purely my own personal views, and it's my personal interest that I'm spending time with you all today. Thank you. So let's get the ball rolling, right? So to all of you, I want to tell you something. A secret sauce is hard work. I'm a big, I get motivated every day from, the Gaur Gopal Das. I read a lot of his books, and I listen to a lot of the podcasts as well. And especially living in a city like Bangalore, you obviously spend a lot of time traveling to your office and coming back in traffic, etc. But I found a great way of utilizing that in a very good way, right? Where I can learn something new. And that's nothing but the podcast of Gaur Gopal Das. He tells me something which is kind of, very important in my view. Nobody should tell you what to do, but good advice greatly helps you in your growth. So guys, remember, I mean, I was looking at the class title that Dr. Giridharan came out with. I'm like, masterclass? Okay. I guess I've seen so many of this coming up in your YouTube and things like that, saying that, look, there's a master class for Excel, there's a master class for AI where you pay 99 rupees and then you become an expert. Sorry, guys, this is not that master class, where within the next 1 hour you will become an expert in an area. But what I am going to share with you is some sort of an advice that, based on what I have gone through, what I see, and what I think will be useful for you and your growth, right? So that's really the context setting I want to do here. So let's quickly jump into the things. So I want to start with you in mind. So when I say, so basically, now what is that I want you to be aware in the next 1 hour or maybe 45 minutes, right? You need to understand what's the security current landscape today, and what is that inference that we can make from it in terms of what is working, what is not working, and how you can be better prepared for it. So we need to understand the problem statement to solve. So let's understand the problem statement, and then let us prepare ourselves to solve it as well. Now, what's this 3 by 3 on the right hand side? I hope you all can see my screen as well, right? Sharda, can you confirm, please? Sorry,
Yes,
I'm sharing.
We can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see.
Sorry, I'm sharing my screen, so I'm not able to see the video at all. So, so what's this 3 by 3? So 3 by 3 meaning I'm going to give you some 3 tips for these 3 elements that you see on the left hand side of the slide here. Keep it simple, So there are only 9 items that I want you to take away today after the session, and then it will give you some sort of a good grounding in terms of how you need to plan further, right? And then and then look at what kind of help you need, what kind of programs that you need to be prepared for, and what kind of certifications you need to do. As I said, team, again, destinations for all of us is different, so journey may not be the same. Okay, so let's start with this. See, it's very important for you to understand. Of course, I did not have this privilege because nobody came to me and explained me, like 25 years ago, about a particular domain. I mean, of course, security was not much at that point of time. At most, we see is maybe like the login and password is probably the only security element which was there before 25 years. But I can tell you that it's very important for you, as you are a student today who are looking to jump into the corporate or into something on your own. Again, guys, first come out of this mindset of always getting a corporate job and things like that, right? Because I think today our country is so much developed today that if you have an idea, I think you can really flourish. You can really flourish. So actually, don't get into this bandwagon of saying that, okay, I need to do this, then I will do that, and then I will do the. No, it is not like that. It used to be like that. The hard truth is, when I studied my engineering in RVS Engineering College in Dindigul, there used to be somewhat a set formula saying that, okay, you actually study the engineering degree, maybe one of the actually the circuitry, basically the degree I studied electronics and communication engineering, and passed out in the year 98, right? Okay, 1998. So there used to be somewhat a formula for success. The hard truth is that success formula does not hold today, guys. Actually, there is no formula today. That's I won't say it as a problem. That's the good news as well as the bad news. Why bad news? Because it doesn't allow you to travel in the same journey to reach the destination. Good news because you can derive success the way you want it, depending on how things are shaping up around you. That's the difference between coming into security or any other field before 25 years versus today, right? So now, since all of you are going to get into security, it's very important for you to have a good view in terms of what is security today, right? What is it? So, in fact, if you look at more recent happenings, see, security as a field has been evolving quite a bit when compared to all other fields in the last 10 years plus, I would say. Before 10 years, yes, there was still security. People were doing a bit of this network security, actually not trying to encrypt, decrypt, implement some algorithms. And then there was this basic identity access management, products, so on and so forth. And people used to do some code reviews and things like that. So there were less number of tools, less number of complexities to deal with, so on and so forth, right? So, but how is today's security? Security is evolved much more today. It's an integral component for our clients, whatever they do, whether they are going to roll up, whether they are going to roll out a new service, whether they are going to invent a new product, if they are going to sell something in the market. Security is important because there are multiple instances that you all must have heard, right? As latest as yesterday, there is a software called CDK, which is used by all the car dealerships in the United States. Somebody has hacked the CDK. It's a SaaS solution team. It's a SaaS solution. So somebody has hacked it. CDK wasn't working. And this is kind of a summer sale and things like that going on in the US across the American car companies. They are all in big trouble because they are not able to sell the cars. In the sense, sell the cars, and this is they are not able to bill it. They are not able to bill. They are not able to set up the contracts in the system. They're not able to release the cars to the buyers. Okay, and it affects their business. Again, why am I saying this? Why is it even related? It is related because you need to understand the space that you are going to get into. It's a very core part of the business success. And when you work with your clients, you need to understand their business more closely. You need to have a good view in terms of what can go wrong, what will make them succeed, and how to embed security into everything that they do. I told you about our clients and then basically customers uh, rolling out a product, actually rolling out a new service. Take a simple example, for example, take Airtel. Airtel continuously keeps rolling out 4G, 5G, whatever, all these new services and so on, right? It's a service. Basically, should they be secure? Yes, they need to be secure. Otherwise, a lot of issues will happen. And today, if you are a listed company, what happens is if there is a security breach in your organization, please be assured that your stock price is going to go for a toss. Really. We have seen a lot of companies going through these challenges. Security is such an important thing because this is where all of your intellectual property resides. See, business is yours. So if somebody coming in unauthorized is always a problem. They are going to create the damage. Now, who is responsible for this? Security is everyone's business. First and foremost, you need to understand that. If you are working for a firm or going to work for a firm, please make sure you understand this. It's everyone's business. Me, say for example, I actually work for Accenture today. I am also responsible for Accenture Security because there are tons of things that my company has asked me to do and not do as well, do's and don'ts, that I need to adhere to 100% of the time. Otherwise, it becomes an ethics problem, and I am introducing risk to the Accenture by not doing so. That's simply not acceptable. Okay, start building that kind of a mindset with you. One, two. There's a lot of this technology advancements that are happening, guys. As I told you, hardly many tools existed before 10, 12 years or so. I think I came into security around 2005-ish, I think 2004, 5, like of basically that time, right? Hardly any tools and technologies available. So it was easy, right? Come in, learn that, and then become an expert at it. But today, technology has grown multifold. Very, very important for you to understand because it's important for you to understand how this technology will play into security. Okay? How it will play into security. I'll give you an example. The quantum computing, okay? I'm not here to list down all the latest technologies for you because that you can Google it out and find out, like high performance computing, artificial intelligence, generative AI intelligence, so many types of intelligence have come in, and then, quantum computing, metaverse, so on and so forth. You can do Google and find out. But my only point is very simple. See, team, remember the technology is available for both the good guys as well as the bad guys. We are the good guys. We are trying to protect ourselves and our organization that we work for or our own entity that we handle against the bad guys. That's what we do. It's very simple. But unfortunately, technology is the same. Technology doesn't differentiate between the good and the bad. So with the power of quantum computing coming in, all your 128-bit encryption will be challenged. Within a matter of 90 minutes, people can guess your passwords, right? So now what do? Strengthen the security controls that we have implemented in the system, right? So and then we go for the multi-factor authentication. We go for retina-based authentication. So many additional new security controls we put in. That is the opportunity, guys. That is the opportunity. So use these ideas very wisely. And I think not many people are very happy when they actually hear this from me. The fundamentals have to be strong. You see, the problems have become very multidisciplinary. It is not like, okay, this is an application security problem, this is an inform, and so I do not know how many actually people know this. There are about 50 domains within security itself, starting from infrastructure security, application security, data security, cloud security, identity access management, AI security, quantum security, satellite security, platform security, looking at SAP, Oracle platform, SAP platform, supply chain systems. Guys, I can go endless. There are security itself is actually a world in itself. I'm not here to scare you. I'm going to give you some tips which will make you flourish really, really better. Look at this way. The problems, when they come in, are not coming in silos for us. Saying that, hey, this is an application security problem. No. Hacking, hacking happens anywhere. Hacker can enter through anywhere. So your problem is multidisciplinary. So you having single skill is not going to work, right? And I must tell you this: a lot of focus have come in from a tool to more of programming back again. When I got my first job, there was a lot of importance given to programming. You know, at that time there was not much. I don't think there was even Google. I think there was only Hotmail at that point of time. Okay, and then internet was not so much prevalent. So we all used to go through that, basically paper and pen based tests, yeah, as part of the off campus and things like that. But today it is not like that. Even college exams, okay, even college exams are online, right? So a lot of things have developed, improved. A lot of things have improved. Huge focus on programming back again. So get your basics right. Build your basics strong. That's the foundation. Even in my own case, team, I must tell you that I probably survived 3, 4, downturns in the industry, slowdowns and also multiple slowdowns in the industry, right? Every time a technology or maybe a series of technology changes happen, people are at the crossroads. Our clients, large business houses, large business units are at the crossroads. They don't know where to go, what to do, right? So they look for the future. Then they slowly start creating one. So basically, that's why career is a cycle. It doesn't keep going up all the time. It doesn't keep going down all the time, but it goes at a pace which you need to adjust with. Okay? So by understanding, okay, let me summarize this. By understanding that security has become an integral part of every business house and everybody has a role to play in security, utilizing the technology in the rightful manner and building our basics are going to be the key for you to make sure that you all progress really well in this space. Right? Now, how do you prepare yourself for it? I know I kind of posed a deep problem in your mind, maybe, right? Now, we will try to solve this slowly. How do we solve this? What is important? What is important is you need to be preparing yourself for this journey. And what does it take for you? Of course, there are a lot of tips, tricks, tests, curriculum, everything that CareerTiQ and your engineering college, that wherever you're studying, etc., will help you, and your professors and teachers will give you the best advice for it. I'm not going there, but what I am telling you is very unique. You need to be better prepared for this. Security is an area which requires a lot of communication skills, including listening. You have to overcome your fear. Team, I can't believe this. I wasn't able to speak up in my own college, in my own classroom before 25 years. Today, I can do so much of public speaking, both virtual as well as in person, in front of thousands of audience. Why is that needed? It is needed for the job that I am in. Because security is everyone's business, you must be able to communicate with everybody. You have to work on your communication skills. That's the trick. It's a top priority for all the security skills. Both their their speaking skills as well as the writing skills. Continuously focus on that. Technologies keep changing. The security technologies also keep changing, and so you have to be continuous learning. I think that is known to everybody. And Dr. Giridhar was also saying that learning to learn is a skill, right? Yes, it is a skill. And the security is one space, team, where it always keeps you on the toes, because you cannot predict how today or tomorrow is going to be. You will be thrown into situations when something happens, and then you will have to start digging things and you will have to start analyzing. So develop a lot of your logical, analytical reasoning skills along with your communication skills. That's very, very important. And start building a broader and a deeper experience. By having a broader and a deeper experience combined with few certifications, you will do wonders. Okay, let me take an example. I think earlier I was telling you that security in itself has got more than 50 security domains, starting from data, infrastructure, cloud, quantum, platform, identity, everything. And there is a high, all the infusion of technologies that is also happening in this space. So don't get confused. Pick up a very few domains that you want to excel on. When you are studying, you know that when you study 10 subjects, you know that there are around 2 or 3 subjects where your heart is put in. The other things, yes, we all have to study because we have to pass, get the certificate, etc., right? We have to get the degree, etc. I mean, I was also like that. I'm sure you will also be like that, right? It's natural. It's natural to be like that. Okay? No worries. Pick up few security domains. If you are interested in infrastructure, pick up that. If you are interested in application, pick up that. If you're interested in data, more of analytics person, you like to slice and dice the data, you are interested in working on graphs, you're looking at the reports and everything. Take data security. Nothing wrong. There are opportunities everywhere. That's what I need to tell you. There is more than 3 million plus jobs open for security. You can ask me why they are not fulfilled, because we are not able to find the right individuals who can take up this job. Yes, and I think smartly what we are also trying to do is to avoid that chicken and egg problem between organizations seeking people with X number of experience versus freshers. And that's why I have taken up an agenda at least a couple of years ago saying that let me do my bit to the society by helping the students to come prepared for the corporate interviews or for the corporate deployments, campus interviews and off-campus interviews, so on and so forth. And so we started working with the universities and the colleges to make sure that we reduce the time lag between the time we hire versus the time that we are able to have them work for our clients, because that's our business, right? So this whole exercise is towards that. That is why we're able to design the curriculum in the MTech degrees, MTech cybersecurity to make sure that people are very relevant when they come to the job scenario, right? So pick up 2 or 3, okay, out of the whole lot of security domains that are there. Put your heart and soul into it and go start building deeper experience. Broadly know about 50, but you cannot go deeper in all 50 because time constraints, you cannot become an expert in everything, team. I can tell you. I am not an expert in everything either. There are only few areas in security that I can go super deep on. Not all. So don't worry. Okay, don't worry. You will also get there. If I can do it, you all can easily do it. Maybe at a faster pace than what I did as well. Because of the awareness, because of the help and support you have, and because of the environment that you are in. You all will do really well. I can tell you that for sure. Now, how do we navigate further? So first, we looked at the problem statement, and then we looked at how do we prepare ourselves for, and then I was trying to give you some real world examples of picking up some domains, some certifications, things like that. Now, how do you go through that path, right? As I said, never be a generalist. Meaning, I would say that even after, see, actually, and I was talking to Dr. Giridharan, okay, a couple of weeks ago, I think. I was telling him saying that, look, a career is a long-term process. It's not an overnight thing. Nobody achieves success overnight. Please understand this, guys. It's a long process, okay? And generalists don't make it. They don't make it. You may see them making it now, but in the long run, they lose out on it. So become subject matter experts. Be subject matter experts. That's what I would recommend, right? So what does that mean? Select 1 or 2 domains, as I said, or the 2 or 3 domains, as I said, out of the 50. There are plenty of opportunities. I can tell you. Don't just think about only the big IT service companies. Keep your options open. Okay? There are so many global capability centers that are coming to India. Guys, just imagine this. We are the powerhouse of technology to the world today from an India perspective. Nobody in the world can offer the depth of technology and the scale that we can offer today. We are in a very unique position. So aspirational, don't limit your aspirations to only to those 3 or 4 companies or even 10 companies. Keep your options wide open. I can tell you one thing, there are opportunities everywhere. As far as you have the skills, as far as you bring in a unique perspective, you're able to communicate well, you know what you're doing and you know what you want to do, boundaryless opportunities, guys. So what does it need? Get your basics right. All complex things are built on the top of that. It's a very success of your career. If you ask me, what is the basic skill that I have which has helped me and helping me to remain successful? One, my problem solving attitude. Problem solving attitude. You have a problem, I don't step away. I say, okay, tell me what the problem is. Okay, do I solve? Yes, most of the times I have solved. Are there any situations where I have not solved? Yes, there are. So then how do I take it? I don't see that as a failure. I see that as a learning. Don't stay away from problems. Be a good problem solver. Get your basics right. Make sure that every day you learn something new and apply them as well. Learn to treat success and failure the same way. Because it's very hard to, rather, it's easy to say, I know this is a typical debate that I have with my daughter as well, who is in second year of her college. Not in engineering, she decided to go for the finance related thing. So she is in accounts and finance related. So we debate a lot, right? So if you look at it, you have to be very positive. As a security professional, first of all, be very vigilant and start defining your success. As I keep repeating, destination need not be same, so the journey will not be the same as well. Maybe X percentage of you will get a job in a big IT company. X percentage of you will go and join a startup company. X percentage of you may start your own company as well. Who knows? Don't limit your dreams. Live the big dream, guys. I know it's easy to say, hard to follow, but don't limit it. And the time is now. As I told you, plenty of opportunities available for you to really flourish as far as you get your basics right. So, again, coming back to what are my basic skills, I continue to learn even today. I think last month I did my quality assurance director certification from Accenture. I'm just saying that as an example. I'm not saying all of you has to do the same thing as well. This is the most sought after certification in Accenture, which is provided for Accenture leaders, inspired by the CEO of Accenture, saying that can we identify people who can go through the certification and who will act as client advocates? What does it mean? Because we are so large organization, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand does. We are a $70 billion organization. And we have more than 3,000 plus customers for whom we are serving today across all the 13 different industries that we serve. Actually, it is 19. Now we have simplified it from September to 30 across 19 different industries. So they are looking for people who can connect the dots, talk the client story from an end-to-end perspective, and make sure that both the client as well as Accenture does the right things for. That's what QAD is all about. I took up the certification. I was very bored. I mean, people are telling me, what happened to you? I said, no, I'm doing it. It's a most sought after certification today. I'm just taking that as an example, right? Not to actually to post myself or something. So be a problem solver, right? Be a problem solver, put in your hard work, always stay positive, always stay vigilant. Success will automatically come to you guys. No doubt. And also don't measure the the progress using the same ruler across all your friends and relatives. Your success is yours. Not having a plan is bad. Have a plan for yourself, craft a plan for yourself, and work towards that. Right? There are so much of opportunities in security. Just to call out and also to close out the session, and then we'll go to Q&A next, right? Is dream big and so much of opportunities, especially in cloud security, with a lot of clients adopting cloud. Actually, clients are not just adopting one cloud also. They are adopting multiple cloud because there are this lot of these good features available across Microsoft, across AWS, across Google Cloud. So there's actually a mix-up of the solutions that we do for the customers today. So you could also pick that as one of the areas that you wanted to focus on, right? And I can tell you in security, I won't be able to tell you even a single field which is not flourishing. Everything, there is a huge demand. There's a huge demand for identity and access management skills. Again, going back to basic Java programming skills. So much of demand, so much of requirement is there. You need to be knowing how Terraform works. How do you do Python coding? How do you do prompt engineering with all your chat GPTs and then the new LLMs that are coming up? All these cloud companies are also coming up with their own open AI framework, DAL-E. There are so many new frameworks that has come in every single day. New prompt engineering. In fact, I was reading somewhere that engineering colleges are even looking at introducing a new course on prompt engineering only, like what type of questions you ask the ChatGPT. I don't know whether some colleges rolled out, but you think is there a future? Yes, there may be. I don't know. It's hard for me to predict the future. But what I can tell you is, as technologies shape up, you need to be well aware of what is happening in that space. And when you go for interviews, when you go and talk to people, I want all of you to behave and have information at a slightly different level than the others. That is what going to differentiate you. That is what will make you successful. Okay? So, and I thank you for your time and wishing you all the very best for the future journey as well. I know it's a very short presentation. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. Okay. After the story, maybe we all will come back here. I think there is a Q&A planned as well. So ask me the questions and I will be more than happy to share my experiences. So thank you. Hey, Punita, over to you.
So, dear participants, the forum is open for question and answer sessions. Gautam?
I think some of them have raised their hands, I think.
Hands already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
good.
just allowing one by one. Just
One by one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then seems like there is actually a big queue then.
yeah.
Okay.
Vignesh, you can unmute yourself and
Yeah, which is
Say so.
good actually, right? Because if people are not asking questions, then I will be seriously worried. Because everything probably went above their head. Okay, go ahead, Vignesh. I think you have. Hello, Vignesh, can you hear me? Hello.
You can unmute and speak, Vignesh, if you are on mute.
yeah, is unmute and speak, Vignesh. Okay, we go to the next person. Yeah, Mr. Vinitraj, you can unmute and speak.
I'm not able to hear anything. Sorry. Are you able to hear anything, Punita?
No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, Chinni
Vinitraj,
Pavni, you
you
can
can speak.
unmute and speak. Do you have any questions? I guess they're too shy to answer. You can ask at least in the chat window if you want.
Gautam, they are mentioning we cannot unmute.
Oh,
We are not allowed to unmute. Can you check, Gautam?
Yeah, it's actually okay.
Sorry, guys,
I'll do
kindly wait.
oh, the mic is
Okay.
disabled, you're saying. Okay.
By the
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do one thing.
I'm taking this
so-
question from Swati, Mr. Shiva.
Yeah, I think you
What
can
are
go through that.
some of the most challenging vulnerabilities you encounter in your projects, and how do you typically address them?
Okay, good question. Okay, from Swati. See, vulnerabilities are are always present in our systems, right? Whether it is an application level vulnerability or an infrastructure level of actually vulnerability, and there are some continuous, basically all the threat intel also that we keep getting about whether some particular vulnerability is getting exploited, etc. Yes, there is a whole process for vulnerability management, and I don't look at vulnerability from the numbers perspective. It's more to do with the risk weightage and see, because you may not have so many vulnerabilities in the system, and you may claim that you are doing a good job of vulnerability management. But if there is that one vulnerability in the system which is getting exploited widely in the wild, then you will be the target next, right? So it is nothing to do with the numbers, but I think every customer needs to have a good vulnerability management program, and we have some set of recommendations that I brought it for the clients, and it's not easy, right? It is easy to say that you can patch the vulnerabilities, but availability of downtimes, you have to coordinate and collaborate with so many teams internally, and that again connects back to the communication skills that we all need to be having, etc., right? So it just connects back to that. Yes, but having that will be mm, an important thing in any enterprise. Okay. Yeah. So maybe we can go through the questions one by one then. I can read it. So I think it's another question from Shana. Chennai Institute of, how do you integrate zero trust with the existing legacy systems and applications? That's a fantastic question. Zero trust principles. Um, there are limitations when it comes to implementing into your legacy systems and applications. So I would split them into two categories: legacy systems, which has to be retired and has to be upgraded to the next gen systems. Only then we will be able to implement zero trust principles. Number one. Number two is, there are many SaaS solutions available for zero trust today, where by building connectors between your on-prem, you can still help realize a percentage of zero trust principles. Is it fully secure? No, it is not. But is it better secured? Yes, it will be better secured, right? So there are a couple of things to look at it. But the good news I can tell you is, lot of our organizations, see, today you don't see many clients who are very uh, who are actually going very slow on security or anything. Because as the business grows for our clients, it's very important for them to adopt, enhance, enrich the security posture as well. So don't worry, you will not be thrown into situations where you will have to deal with a lot of these legacy systems and applications. You'll probably have an opportunity to actually to migrate them to more open systems as well, right? As much as what I used to face, like, over the 10, 15 years ago in terms of legacy systems. Actually, today there are not that many legacy systems, so to speak. So don't get too much worried about that. The next question from Harshini Sai. What are the basics that we need to press up as a fresher? Okay. As I said, I think analytical, logical communication skills are paramount important, number one. Number two, uh, generally speaking, get things right on the network side, basic infrastructure side, uh, and on the cloud side as well, because there are a lot of technologies that the cloud providers keep rolling out almost every week. I think AWS does a release 2 times a week, I think. Okay, Amazon Web Services, right? So too many things coming on, but always stick to the basics of the network topology. No in and out, no in and out, because anything future that gets built is all on these basics, guys. Basics will not change at all. Okay, so you should press up the basics, And you should look at what is happening in the security space around the world. What is the latest hack that is happening, like the CDK example that I told you. I can tell you in the last 24 hours after CDK, at least to my knowledge, no other big hack has happened. And can I say this tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe something else will come up today afternoon or maybe just after this meeting also. But stay vigilant and positive. That is what will make you a big difference when compared to all others. Okay. The next question is from Abhinami. Among the various enterprise frustrations in the cyber, which one do you think is the most well preferred by HR professionals? Okay. See, as I said, there are quite a number of opportunities in many spaces in security. But if you ask me the top 3 areas where we're looking for professionals, in that order, I would say one is cloud security. And what type of certifications is things like AWS and Google basic certifications, Microsoft certifications, AZ100, AZ500, AZ900, AZ, right? AZ900. These certifications will definitely help you to actually get more preference than the others. And there are also certifications from products like SailPoint, CyberArk in the identity space. Okay, CyberArk, SailPoint, ForgeRock. They are very, very valuable, but you may find little difficult to do because you are a fresher. So ForgeRock certification may be a little difficult, I would say. But cloud certifications you should be able to do without any issues. And there are, see, I think in the certifications, you need to always think of 2 things. One is tool-based certifications. The other one is domain-based certifications. Tool certifications are offered by the vendors, by Microsoft, by Google, by Amazon, by CyberArk, by SailPoint, by Oracle, all that stuff, right? There are domain-specific certifications like CCNA, CCSM, CASSP, and so on. But as a fresher, domain certifications options are very limited, guys, to be frank with you, because all these certifications, domain certifications I'm talking about, requires you to have 2 to 3 years of experience. In some cases, 5 years. I think CASSP mandates 5 years. CISM mandates 5 years. I myself is also a CISM only, which is Certified Information Security Manager. Why did I do this certification? Because I need to be speaking the language that the chief security officers in the clients are speaking, so that we speak the same language. It's for that. Okay. So yes, so basically that's what I think. I think these are the certifications that you need to be looking at doing so. And I'm also being sensitive to not recommending too much expensive certifications because it may not be that much valuable as the amount that you put in for, right? So as I said, I think the attitude, the learning skills is more important than the certifications itself. I'm not a great believer in certifications, but I don't hate it as well. But when there is a competition, when there is only, let's say, some 5 positions and there are some 15 people applying for it, maybe certifications will be used as one of the levers, right? And at that point of time, you should not be on your back step then, right? So it will help you. It will definitely help you. Taking a course in online or offline? This is a question from Sivaraj, which is valuable, sir. Well, see, I think it depends on you, Sivaraj, really, because I prefer online, trainings and things like that than offline. But yeah, I mean, I think it truly depends on you. I think it really doesn't matter if you ask me, really. Okay, whichever is comfortable for you, do it. Self-learn would be better. Yes, self-learning. See, self-learn. See, there is no question between going for course or self-learning. Self-learning has to be a continuous process. Even today, I'm learning only, right? It's a continuous process. It's good that 4 people have already liked that comment as well. But please understand, your learning doesn't stop here Who told you that after getting a placement in a company, you can stop learning? There's nothing like that, guys. Only your learning starts there only, right? It's a continuous process. Learning is a continuous process. You'll have to do until you remain in this world. Okay. So, sir, can you get us some to stay stable or concentrate in a specific domain and master in the domain as a fresher? See, Meena, to answer your question, it's not possible for you to master any domain as a fresher, first of all. Okay, let me be practical. So, what you need to do now is to build broader experience. When you go into a company or take up a job, you won't be able to work on everything. Please understand, you will work on only one thing or maybe two things. That time, if you like that, go deeper. Or wait for the time when you find something which you like the most and then you go deeper. So, in your career, and basically that's what I also did in my career, I initially started with infrastructure and then moved into application and then moved into security. And I think that my broader experience across application and infrastructure was a big helping hand for me when I get into security. Because in security, there is no single field which I can say I do not know. Because I had the relevant broader experience in my profile, right? So it's up to you. Don't specialize now, specialize later. But build broader experience now for you to get into something until you find the most passionate thing for yourself. Okay, given the fact there are various symptoms in the market, what are the skills should a fresher prepare for in order to adapt and work with any tool used by a company for SOC role? Okay, very good question, Sai Charan. Because my suggestion is don't get into a product because there are many SIM products like Splunk, Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel, we have QRadar, and then Palo Alto, New XCM, and so on and so forth. I think largely the market is between Splunk and Microsoft Sentinel and Google Chronicle. I think that constitutes around 70 to 80% of the market today, right? As I said, understand what SOC means, what we are doing there, how do you deploy those use cases, how do you detect an anomaly, and how do you respond to that. So don't get too locked to a particular product or something because that product may get sold, that product may get acquired. As a fresher, I wouldn't suggest you to go to a particular product. See, for you to have some lab exercises and all, maybe to go and play around with some of the Azure, licenses where you get Sentinel and things like that. Splunk is probably more expensive. Even in corporate world, we do not have a Splunk environment to play with. It's very expensive. But I have an environment that I give it to my team for learning for Google Chronicle as well as for Microsoft Sentinel. No problem. And there is this open source tool called Elastic SIM as well. If you are not aware, go spend some time on that. That's also a good tool because concepts is important, not the tool, because you are not working for a product company now, right? So be open about that. Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Chini Pawani. Okay. Institute of Technology. Vulnerabilities. My server was exploited by hackers to gain email install malware of 5,000. Yes. How does the company ensure that your communications are secure from known vulnerabilities? So how does the company ensure? See, every company has got a security team in itself. We have also got an Accenture and we are also building for that organization for many of my clients as well. There is a constant flow of threat intel information that comes in. I think where we are failing today is the right interpretation of this threat intel information and synthesizing that information to make it relevant for your client, for your environment, and acting on them is where the problem is. That is why this happened in this particular instance that you're talking about, right? Even if you take some of the previous security incidents like, basically the not Petaya or even the earlier ones, if you take everywhere, process is there, tools are there, Technologies are there, but it is not followed means what is the use of all the things being there, right? So that's why this happened. Some tips, okay. I don't know. I keep giving tips all the time, but yeah. The next question is Lankipalli Janvi, Chennai Institute. The question is, executives believe attackers will have the advantage over defenders in the next 2 years due to Gen power, including phishing and voice deepfakes. What strategies and technology should organizations utilize to effectively mitigate this? Fantastic question. Very thought-provoking question. Yes, I also, in fact, if you ask me, when I opened the presentation, I said technology is available for both the good and the bad guys. Just that point. Yes. So what is that we can do better? What we can do better is adopting these new technologies at scale. You know what? Practically, we won't be able to adopt these technologies at the scale that we wish to deploy because of various constraints, because of the way the organizations have been working, etc. But the more faster and more relevant is more good for us. And we should always try to leverage these technologies to put in a strong defense mechanism. Okay, cyber defense mechanism, so that we are able to combat these attacks that comes in. And guys, trust me, we won't be able to handle, we won't be able to stop the attacks. In fact, I tell to my team saying that if there are no attacks, we have no jobs. So it's a continuous cycle. And what is really concerning is there are attacks which you wouldn't even know that it has happened. That is a concern. Knowing an attack and working on them, recovering from there is a great thing. But not knowing that your enterprise is attacked is the biggest challenge. So don't be in that situation, right? To ask with you. Okay, now next question from Abhishek. Look for first when you're entering the field. What are the critical non-technical skills? Okay, I think I kind of covered it. One, I think couple of important thing is communication skills, both written communication as well as verbal communication. Number one. Number two is how much of latest security information and knowledge that you carry on when you are attending the interviews and so on. Are you aware of the latest hacks? Are you aware of how it originated, whether it is from an insider, whether it's from outsider? Those are things that we look for. Generally checking how much vigilant you are, how much up to date you are, and so on in the field of cybersecurity. Okay? And this is something that you need to be doing even after coming into cybersecurity only. Then you are doing justice to the entire community of practice people. Okay? Harika, landscape panel and Facebook data allegations. Okay, how does Accenture deal such type of data breach incidents? Okay, good one. Okay, see, at Accenture we keep dealing with this, all the time, because even as latest as last week, go to your internet and check it out. There was this hacker group called Triple Eight hacker group something. I didn't want to name their nationality. There is a hacker group and which claimed that they have access to 33,000 Accenture employee details and things like that. So we were notified on that. It came up everywhere, and then we did that analysis. In fact, I was talking to the team who did that as well. And we came to know that it is not 33,000, it is only 3 people from Accenture for whose email ID has been captured by these hackers, and they're being sold in the dark web, etc. And out of these 3 people also, 2 people have already quit the organization, and there is only 1 person who does not have very critical access to any of the information and so on. So it keeps happening all the time. That's why you have so many different security sub-departments to look into it. The CERT team, like information security team, a team which defines only the governance, the team which adheres to this and keeps reporting, etc., etc. So that's how we deal with it at Accenture. Well, for people who wants to know more about this, go to Google and search for Triple Eight Hacker Group. You will see the latest news on Accenture. Hello, sir. I am Priyampada, Hayes Engineering College. Okay. My question is, which domain in security is in demand and to be prepared for interviews as a fresher? Okay. I think I answered that question already. While coming to self-funding and clumsy had to solve my doubts, but it resulted in overload of answers. Okay. Okay. Good. So you have to find there. I'm Sai Charan. Okay. The various. I think I answered that question already. What would be the specific purpose for digital forensics rather than post attack? Yeah, see, I think forensics is a very important field, but it's a very specialized field. There are many opportunities there, but is it possible to see technically from an industry perspective? Forensics as a skill is not very prevalent in India. First of all, let me be very frank with you. Even in the engagement that we do for the clients today, we restrict the forensics part to our onshore counterparts, maybe somewhere in Europe, somewhere in US only. The number of people with that skill are very, very limited in India. So we don't take the risk of doing that in India. So there are a lot of opportunities in that space, but it's a very, very restricted space, so to speak. It takes huge investment. You have to set up labs, and there is no guarantee that you will get the work all the time, etc. So you need to rethink if that's an area that you wanted to start your career with, because opportunities in India are very limited in that space. That's an answer for Lakshan. And then computer science is okay. Describe a challenging reverse engineering problem you faced and how you solved it. See, Suryadev, I have handled a reverse engineering problem quite a while ago, because the last few years I've been predominantly on the managed security services and on the SOC space, like, on the detection and response capability side. But yes, I think over the past few years, I've handled reverse engineering, problems as well. Okay, so this is Hareshwar. Could you describe your approach to managing false positives in your site and the strategies that you will minimize their impact? Let me just quickly go through, because I'm just being sensitive to the time as well. Okay, this is a good question. I think new technologies such as GPT and AI can potentially be hacked or ethical hackers given the, yeah, that is correct. In the sense that CEH is the one good certification that you can look to do, certified ethical hacker. We do hire CEH, and we do have them test the product or the service that we are rolling out for the clients. And as more and more of AI and ChatGPT and everything comes, LLMs and all those things that we start building, is a very important skill to have in your profile. Okay. You had done, okay. What type of projects are mostly preferred by HR nowadays, and which type of projects you had done in your CLG? CLG means what? Class? I don't know. I don't know what it means.
College.
Okay. College. Okay.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
guys.
It should be college.
I think this is the Gen Z short for planning. Whatever mostly whatever you got done in your college. when I did my college with the project, it was more on the circuit background. It was on electronics and communication. I did something on the on the radar control, and then creating a small miniature circuit of that, sending the signals and controlling that. So those kind of things. Okay, I didn't do any security project because security as a domain was not even there when I did it. So very hard for me to answer that question. Okay, I'll probably pick up another question and then we'll try to wind it up.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no
Yes, sir.
problem.
Wind it up another 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah. There are a lot of cybersecurity aspirants, and yet not many are hired in companies as they say not to the companies. Can you suggest what students must do in order to meet their expectations? Okay, here is the question from Pavana. So, okay, good. So Pavana, um, there are two aspects here. Okay, one is in the corporate world, we say that the demand outstrips supply. And then when I look at work with students, when I work with professors and teachers on the universities, and then on the colleges side, I see that hey, there are no enough opportunities. I think all this work that we are doing, like me talking to you, and similarly Dr. Giridharan talking to various other industry leaders, is only to bridge this gap. And as I said, this bridge cannot actually, this gap cannot be bridged overnight. It's a it's a process in itself, guys, and we need to be patient. And by having the right type of attitude, the right type of skills, the right type of learnings that we are able to put in and build our profiles, I think the gap keeps reducing, reducing, and reducing. So that's how we have to look at it. Okay, and this is not a gap only for security. All the greatest and the latest technologies that comes in, every technology has got its own hype cycle and then a down cycle as well. It goes through this. It just goes through this. So security also we are going through. Okay. And the last part is from Sanjay Kannan question is, can AI replace security? No, not at all. AI cannot replace security. In fact, security will get strengthened by the power of AI. As I said, technology is available for both the good and the bad guys. Assuming we are all the good guys, we have to use the technology in the rightful manner as it is intended to be, and try to defend the bad guys from whatever that they are able to achieve. So it's a constant process. Thank you. So thank you so much again for your time, and wishing you all the very best. I know, actually, I must thank you all for the great insights and a lot of wonderful questions, team. Okay, so I really enjoyed a lot. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, over to you, Punita.
I'm here to deliver my vote of thanks.
Sure.
So, first of all, good afternoon to everyone. So, I am thanking the organization for giving me this opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks. So, Mr. Sivakumar, it was such an wonderful session. So, our sincere gratitude for this wonderful and amazing session. So, in terms of guiding students, to pick up the right career in specific domains of cybersecurity, building their basics very strong, improving their communication skills. Everything was really awesome. Once again, thank you so much. And our special thanks to all the faculty members who have shown high interest levels for this amazing session. And I thank my MD and CEO who has organized this valuable session for all of us here. And my sincere appreciation to all the students here for their energetic participation and who have really added the vibrant color to this wonderful event. And my appreciation and sincere thanks goes to all my wonderful colleagues who have been instrumental in executing this event really very well. Thank you all once again. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, Punita.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.